Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Hades 2, where today we are going up for the first time. I'm very eager to get my hands on some of the crafting materials and stuff that we can only get from there. And also eager to see the bunch of game that was not implemented yet when I last played. I think I'm going to stick with the Luckier Tooth because I do want to get this leveled all the way up. So let's hold on to that. The Dark Hunger or whatever is on a weapon that we don't have yet. So, you know what? Why don't we use the Witch's Staff? It's been a while.
Discura, the Witch's Staff. With me, my friend.
And I feel like I have done a better job with the Witch's Staff than with the other weapons, frankly. And yeah, without any further ado,
To the surface.
to the surface.
What are you doing on the surface, young lady? How shall you survive? Surely you know your line is bound beneath the earth. Your strength is better spent against our foes down there.
You know, he makes a good point. The Aether Font is not a terrible way of regaining all of our magic. I do like Thunder Rush. I think Thunder Rush has been very good for us.
Thunderous power.
Look at all the thunder. Hooray. So we got our whole new set of problems up here.
Oh. What?
Oh no. My chthonic fate.
As the ill-fated princess feels her life force fade with every breath of surface air, her sole recourse is to return whence she came.
What?
Your sole recourse. I'm going forward. So it is true. We're not supposed to be up here. This was a huge plot point in the first game. But oh, sweet, sweet bronze. Anything else around here? Nope. Forward. Forward.
This isn't working.
Well, one problem at a time. I'm gonna get as far as we can get here. Because again, crafting materials. Alright, the terrain certainly helps. Oh jeez, these things just have so much HP. Well, one more tick is gonna finish me off, unfortunately. But hey, we got some bronze.
Turn to shadow now.
Oh no, shucks.
I heed your call once more.
No surface for us, I guess.
Again, our journeys intertwine. Why did you call upon me, princess? Did you not receive the artifact I brought you from the Fates?
Lord Moros, I did receive the fated list, and summoned you once more as it ordained. All children of Nyx are welcome where I reside. Might we speak further there? I have many questions.
I don't know whether I can answer them, as my own search for truth has not been going well of late. But I'll not decline your cordial invitation. Please lead the way.
Then follow me.
I shall.
Where did he go? Happen to see a tall, horned fellow passing through?
Chronos is so cute.
Fear me.
You must remember something of life on the surface, right, Dora? Anything at all? I wonder what it must have been like.
I don't remember, and I don't wonder. Who cares? This is the life right here.
Some spirits of the dead forever wander aimlessly, whilst others, lacking even so much will, merely linger in a single place.
Dora does need to get out more often.
Not happening.
A brief word? Princess, we've not met formally. I'm called Moros, Doom, or the official bearer of bad news. The Witch of the Crossroads apprised me of the situation here, and was gracious to invite me to stay for now.
You're welcome here and safe, Lord Moros. So then you know of my task.
To vanquish the usurper of the House of Hades seems more than a task. I regret this burden is yours to bear, and much sooner than expected.
It's all right. I was born for this.
And you know, while you're here,
Lord Moros, as our honored guest, we wanted you to have this, to make your stay a bit more comfortable.
The nectar of the gods. Thank you, Princess. I've not received an offering before, though I do like to come prepared. So here, from me to you.
How thoughtful. I accept. Peace, Lord Moros.
Proceed with care.
So,
all right, and we get another nectar.
Lord Moros has arrived.
So I guess
Now
they
what?
wanted to make sure that you would have one to give to him. Now what indeed? Sadly, summoning him here doesn't really seem to have accomplished very much for us.
You carry moon dust now.
Okay, that's cool. We certainly did not make very much progress on any of our
yes,
time-developed
mistress.
stuff.
This should work.
Aha! The keepsakes in the spaces separating each region. Remarkably, the thing we're short is moly. Well, that's fine. We'll get some. So we needed more bronze for that. Unfortunate.
The Good Witch always figured you would make your way up to the mortal realm. Once you were ready and the situation called for it. Well done.
She warded the pathway there, until such time as I had the means to pass through. But the climate on the surface is another matter.
Your underworld birthright stuff getting in the way? A curse, not just a blessing, it would seem. Well, if your witchery got you this far, surely it can aid with this predicament.
That's the plan. Nemesis must have a head start.
So, unfortunately, it looks like there's nothing I can do right this moment. Alright, the plants aren't going to be grown yet.
Much
But with
deeper
this
than
little
it
bit of
looks.
bronze, we can craft ourselves a shiny new weapon.
Sure. Revol, the Argent Skull. I know the fury in your hollowed eyes.
That creepy artifact is yours, kiddo. We bid you welcome to our training grounds.
So yeah, we get to carry around a creepy floating skull.
There's something up with those nocturnal arms of yours. A certain aura that's surrounding one of them. The Grave Thirst.
A relatively simple incantation. I expected there was more to the connection between Knight's weapons and the dead. No wonder you can see it too.
Come now, not like I need eyes on the back of my cranium, but I can feel it in my bones. Want more bones yourself, just use a weapon with the thirst.
Whenever possible.
The sweet, sweet bone thirst. Well, now our fire thing is accumulated. Yeah. I do want to play with the new weapon. Which does this. You can see the, it has a limited amount of ammunition. And when it's out of ammunition, if you,
Out of shells.
obviously you just get nothing. You don't have to get very close to the ammo for it to start coming back. And eventually, when the little circle completes, it'll come back regardless of distance. And you can also do the special here, which gives you a little rush forward, which can help to pick up the ammo. If we do the Omega version of the normal attack, we get this like mortar shot thing. And the Omega version of the special does a charge that shoots out projectiles. It's cool. I don't know that it's my favorite weapon necessarily, but it's cool. That said, given that the Umbral Flames have the Grave Thirst, maybe we give this another shot. So I was expecting going up to have a little bit more follow-up, like how am I going to solve the problem? And it didn't. I wonder if the problem is that we did it on a night where Hecate was absent, and she might be the next part of the story. Part of me wants to just go up again because of the fact that we might be able to get enough bronze to unlock the weapon aspects. And I do like the weapon aspects a lot. Plus, let's see if this will prod the game into moving forward on the ability to stay up here.
You are not meant to be here, little star. Your cursed blood shall fight your every step. Yet Nyx herself would understand the struggle that you face. She too once thwarted what the fates foretold.
Sure, a hex that heals. That makes sense.
This again. Better.
It is really, really hard to use this thing without spending some magic. Channel your Omega attack faster and it uses less magic. Special creates an additional projectile. I think we had taken Sudden Burst before. This makes it borderline impossible to just normally attack without occasionally firing the Omega version. I might try Hidden Helix. Okay, I think that's enough bronze for the aspects.
How can I?
So free these souls here. You see, they run forth and do some useful work. I do need my enemies to die a little bit faster. I was hoping to be able to make it back to the central room and drink from the fountain once before
Return to Shadow now.
before this happens, that we'd be able to get another room worth of meta advancement currencies.
You travel to the surface, knowing full well the fates decided long ago that those of your line could not survive there and would always be forced back to the Underworld.
The curse was palpable. I never intended to stay for long, just long enough to lend my relatives support. But it seems your sisters insist that I do no such thing.
Well, I don't see them around right now, do you? Incidentally, there was once an incantation that I happened upon, which was not intended for my eyes, but I now choose to think that it was intended for yours. Farewell.
Unraveling a fateful bond.
Okay, there we go. That's the thing we were looking for.
I couldn't breathe. The way you can breathe out of water, so too could I breathe the surface air.
Not quite as smoothly, it would seem.
My greetings.
Thank you for visiting me last night, Lord Moros. So, hypothetically, if I were to complete a certain incantation that somehow loosened the grip the three fates have on my birthright, how angry would they be?
Please understand, Princess, that I am not at liberty to give advice on matters such as that, not even hypothetically. I trust I've been sufficiently direct in putting it this way?
In other words, we shouldn't be talking about this at all, and I assume all risk for my actions related to any potentially forbidden incantations that I've learned.
Yes, that covers it.
What is all this?
The widely hated, feared embodiment of doom goes wherever the ever-weaving fates decide, and none but they can anticipate his arrival.
He sure knows how to make an entrance.
And they delivered him his fancy pillow, or his cushion he never goes without, never goes anywhere without? All right.
The Fates know all about maintaining lists.
That's probably the only time I'll use the Forget-Me-Nots, was just to proc that.
Prepared for more? You visited the surface. I can't imagine that played out particularly well. At least you made it back at all.
It was draining. Even at night, something about being under the stars, I didn't know there were so many. It was more than I could take. You were right.
A lesson learned and an experience gained. The Fates themselves do not want you up there. What shall you do?
I have an incantation to complete. I don't need to stay forever on the surface. I just need to hold on long enough to make it to Olympus.
Ah, then you seek to improve this aspect of yourself without rejecting it outright. I see how that may work.
It has to. Can I suppress my illness on the surface?
The question is, what do we need? Gain the ability to sprint into any load shades you encounter to turn them against your foes. Pretty cool. Restore the Crossroads Taverna, where shades and others rest and recover. Grants ambrosia. This requires garlic, though. And here, the important thing. So we need some nightshade. We also need some thalamus. That seems like potentially more of a problem. Because I don't know what that is or where it comes from.
I have an offering for you, Goddess. On behalf of all the shades residing here, we are honored to be in your service and stand ready to do whatever it takes to prevail. Please share these spoils with whomever you see fit.
Some nectar, thank you. I feel like one of the gods of Olympus right now. You truly won't mind if I pass these bottles along?
The shades and I would only mind if you hoarded them.
Huh. Curious.
Does Headmistress know yet of your little excursions? Not much escapes her notice last I checked.
Strongly advise you mind your own responsibilities. Hecate doesn't control me, and you should show a little gratitude.
For what? Endangering us all? I didn't ask for your assistance, Nemesis.
Because you're weak.
Well, damn. Starting to think we're never going to get to be best friends.
The last of the nocturnal arms.
Ooh. Okay, it has been made available. We had to get some adamant, which I have no idea what that is. Guard and retaliate with mighty attacks, ensuring none escape with seeking specials. The black coat. Okay, yeah. I'm sure adamant is further along the upper route. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to do a thing. We were going to activate the weapon aspects. Yeah, definitely a good use of the bronze.
As bearer of the fated arms of night, I seek their aspects, hidden from my sight.
Now, unfortunately, it does look like we're going to have to make a run downward in order to gather the rest of the resources that we need to make real runs upward.
Should help me efficiently gather bones.
Take our new weapon since it now properly has the Dark
The silver
Thirst.
pool reacted to my spell. The aspects of the nocturnal arms. Interesting. So
All right.
much to choose from now. Where to even begin?
So each weapon has a couple of aspects that are available immediately, and then stuff that we have to unlock, I think, or... So the statue has this gain. So if we level up the aspect of Melanoe for the wizard staff, rather, we get more max magic, more special power. Or if we swap it over to the aspect of Momus, which we could afford, whenever you use Omegas, each fires in a place up to 3 times until you use it again. Delay between Omega bursts is 4 seconds. That's interesting. I'm not really sure how to make best use of that. The Sister Blades, we could level up our aspect of Melanoe to get big backstab damage. Unlock the aspect of Artemis to get, while you channel your Omega attack, you occasionally parry and then riposte right after. And it increases our Omega attack speed, which is like fine. Or the aspect of Pain. Your specials seek foes in your casts and fire more shots if you channel longer. Okay, that's kind of cool. A way of directing all of the thrown daggers in the fan to a single target, ideally. The torches, attacks and specials get base crit. When leveling up the aspect of Melanoe, we could change them over to the aspect of Moros, where attacks linger and explode in a blast if struck by your specials. It's cool, gives sort of a shock rifle, shock combo kind of vibe. Or we could turn it into the aspect of Eos for some resources we do not yet have. Your Omega attack fires a Daybreaker that deals damage in an area around it every 2 seconds. That's interesting. The Axe gains attack power and max HP. That's quite compelling and not too hard to earn. We also have the aspect of Charon. Your cast erupts like a stronger Omega cast if it is struck by your Omega special. I don't know if I think that's... Yeah, I'm not sure what I think of that. Because it feels like you don't usually want to be... Well... Using your cast to draw enemies in or just to lock them up, never mind. You do want to be throwing your axe into your cast, probably at least some of the time. I don't know, it's a weird one. Or the aspect of Thanatos, attack is faster, each strike gains mortality until you take damage. A fleeting bonus of plus 2% critical chance for your Omega moves, up to a max of 20%. And finally, the Skull. Your attacks have more power for each shell fired but not yet retrieved. Or your attack stays within reach and explodes after landing your specials or 3 seconds with some bonus damage. The aspect of Persephone, your Omega special is Sprouted and lets you change direction. Boons start with extra levels. That's interesting as well. Your Omega special is Sprouted. Damaging effects from Olympians make this last up to plus 2 seconds when you next use it. Well, I am all of a sudden awash in ways to spend resources, and now all we need is to find a whole hell of a lot of resources. All right, we're going to go ahead and go down because we can't make any headway up just yet. We're going to keep an eye out for Thalamus. Yeah, and we're going to do all that in just a second here. By which I mean right now, let's go. Yeah,
Heading out.
I feel like I'm getting interrupted in recording time a lot lately, but here we are. Let's focus and let's do some real cool things with some explosive skulls. Alright, shells fly back to you automatically and much faster. Attacks gain 50% damage and blast size over 0.7 seconds before they explode, or after your dash or specials, your attacks are faster and have 15 power. I guess this just means your next attack after you dash or special, since it doesn't include like for an amount of time or anything. I mean, I certainly dash around like an idiot a lot, so there's something to be said for that. Plus 15 power. So like obviously anytime you're taking a raw value power increase at like a hard number, it's going to end up being considerably more than that because you're increasing the value of all the percentage increases that you accumulate over the course of a run. And you come into the run with some of them and you're going to get more. So 15 power means a lot more than 15 damage per strike in practice, right? I think I'm going to take that one. Limiting Ignition is also interesting, but okay, wow, yeah, those are a lot faster, I see. And special charges up the next one as well, so yeah, that's compelling.
Not even those with the power to enter the crossroads at will can entirely anticipate which of its 3 hidden paths shall be their exit.
I still know the way. More spindles.
Ow. Okay, so I can still do the charge through with the special attack, even if I don't have any ammunition. Even if I'm not holding a skull in front of me, it still does damage. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. I think we're going to save all of our rerolls for the actual boon menu.
Lord Hermes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Lord Hermes, go unseen.
So it's rough going on the surface for you, I get that, but don't give up on us yet, Em. I know you never would mind. Probably just searching for some magical ingredients you need, something like that.
I didn't even think about the effect that this will have on our Omega. Obviously, Nimble Limbs is just like always good. Travel deal. The discount's not large enough to be interesting, I don't think. Nimble Limbs is just always good. It's kind of like... It's never flashy, but it's always good. Was the wrong dash. It might be, so I'm dashing between attacks, but it might be that I should get used to just doing the special instead, since it pulls all the ammo back, and it still charges the next attack.
Be again at peace.
I almost pity you, dearie, all swept up in our affairs. You don't know how hard I've tried to avoid it myself. Must we always have to take a blasted side in everything? But we gods, we just love a good fight.
Okay, casts repeatedly inflict scorch, 80 scorch every second. Damage you take from burning is reduced to 1 is kind of interesting. Flame Flourish is not very exciting. I think Smolder Ring seems okay.
I accept this gift.
Yeah, probably Ash. The Omega Special really is It's expensive, but that really is quite a lot of damage over quite a large area. I think we should be able to handle the bosses that we fight up here, right?
Shadow Spiller.
Try to knock these things out as quickly as we can. Yeah, unfortunately, I charged right through it as it did one of those attacks. Should probably make sure I'm doing that. Almost got stun locked. There we go.
The shadows dissipate.
Alright, I don't think attacks inflict scorch is super compelling. I mean, it does just like add 45 damage to our attack, right? And it's fine, but I'm wondering if this might be a good moment for a reroll. Because I don't know that I want a direct modifier on any of our buttons from Hestia. Let's go ahead and spend one of our rerolls here.
Let's see how this goes.
Whenever your attack or special deal damage, get back some magic. I actually think that's really good. Gain a chance to dodge, which is doubled against scorch-afflicted foes. Ooh. So anything that's been in our cast recently, we have a 10% dodge chance against. I think, you know what? I think we will take that. That is actually pretty good. Is this the only exit? Okay. Well, I mean, it's not a bad one, certainly.
Spindles.
I gotta remember, the shot that breaks their shield also immediately interrupts them.
Shadows take you.
It's a weird combat style. Ooh. Hard to turn down Yarn. I feel like Yarn's pretty much always worth it.
Should come in handy.
And then I don't think I want a random. There's too many items that would not be a very good deal at the moment. You know, obviously we don't need any of like the healing type items or anything.
Eight long legs and fuzzy back. Eyes like gems and web so fine.
In we go.
Godlike skill, but not divine.
Ooh, careful saying shit like that around here.
It's been too long. I don't remember anymore what it was like, having two legs. Only the two. I'm hideous, I know, but I don't fall over myself like I once did. Second nature now, scurrying about.
Don't speak that way. My task would go much faster if I had legs like yours, Arachne.
Save your pity for another soul, my friend. Now then, I've saved some of my softest silk for you.
Okay, 2 more healing, channel faster. I mean, I hate to be boring, but the extra money is really nice, and this stuff is rarely necessary at this point in the game. Like, the 2 extra healing whenever you leave a location would be a lot more compelling if you got it during the second area.
What a sight you are.
I love it.
Unfortunately, this time we don't have any additional armor generation, so it really is just going to hold on for 1 or 2 hits, probably. But hey,
You look great.
at the very least, it was 5 gold right there, right? Oh, that's the wrong direction. What am I doing? Oh, God. God, they're cycling the screams, so there's never a moment when it's safe to rush them.
Arachne's suit.
Yep. I keep forgetting, like, so I know that what I'm doing right there looks very silly. It looks like I'm just taking damage for no reason. And I am, but to explain what's going on there, in my head, I'm thinking of the special as another dash. And like when you hit dash, you dash in the direction that you're currently running. But when you right click, you dash toward the cursor. And so I'm thinking, running like this, I'll press right click and continue going downward, and she suddenly goes toward the enemies where I'm aiming because it's where I want to shoot. That was that was real bad. A lesson to be learned, hopefully.
Nemesis.
Well, missed all the fun. But at least you won't have to get your hands dirty this time.
A lesson already learned, hopefully.
Nemesis, what are you doing here? Who's standing watch at the crossroads?
They'll manage. I'm on break. Tell Hecate you saw me, you'll regret it. And you're welcome here and safe, seeing as I cleared the path for you.
I don't need your aid in this, other than the responsibilities you've already been assigned.
Really? Look like you could use all the aid you can get. Here's something for your trouble. Then I suggest you move along.
Okay, well, obviously I did not need that. That's the reward I wanted. She's gonna make me stop liking her. She keeps acting like that. Eventually this grudge is gonna be mutual. This is the thing we gotta do is try to find a point where the dash forward is actually like beneficial instead of running me into attacks. That means planning ahead, which has never been a strong suit of mine.
There it is.
You are summoned.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I'm coming. Is there anything we want to buy from the well before we head down? Gain 2 mystery seeds. I do like mystery seeds. Ensure a chaos gate spawns ahead as soon as possible, costing 0 to enter. Well, now that's interesting. Given that we're at one right now. If we could stack up a couple of chaos boons, that would be really cool.
Ready. Where in the...
From nothingness sprang all creation, light and darkness, and the world itself. Yet all that nothingness remains, carefully tucked away where none can find it, save for those invited in.
Let's keep our voices down.
Oh, what? Like they don't know we're here.
If you'll permit me, Almighty Chaos, I wish you to have this gift of nectar, in accordance with my family's custom among relatives and friends. None of this would have been possible if not for you.
I shall grant you this wish and the freedom to bestow upon me further gifts as you see fit, for I have familiarity with this custom of yours, and am prepared to reciprocate.
Whatever this is, it's remarkable, truly.
Oh, cool, an embryo.
In my creative life, I have my doubts. Would it invite more problems than it solved? I would be curious to see. Thus my experiment continues to unfold, its outcome yet uncertain.
Almighty Chaos, with your experiment so vast in scope, what can one individual achieve? The quandary you mentioned when first we met. What would you have me do?
Spawn of Hades, I ought to clarify I do not care for idle talk. Ask me no questions. Respond only when prompted or when necessary in the absolute. But above all, do as you will.
Okay, for the next 5 encounters, whenever you use magic, prime it until the next location. Afterward, gain 1 of each element. For the next 4 encounters, when you cast, take damage, but afterward your cast deal damage, or your cast deal more damage. 57 more max. Honestly, like, I don't find any of these super compelling. Fixed creation is hard to know, you know, whether or not we'll actually ever get a benefit from the extra elements. So I think I might spend our other reoffer here.
I choose otherwise.
Okay, we didn't really get anything super different. Next 2 boons you find are guaranteed to be common, but then you spend less magic. You move and sprint 46% slower is going to get me killed. For just more max magic, I don't think so. So I guess for the next 4 locations, your reward previews are hidden. That sucks. And I think we got a bad reroll here. I wish I could get my reroll back. And then afterward, your casts deal so much more damage. Hooray! Well, just gotta pick one then.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Attacks inflict scorch is still not very fun. Glowing coal is way more compelling with the cast bonus that we have now, of course. Snuffed candle is also good. I mean, glowing coal will make it easier to take advantage of our big cast damage bonus as well. So I think we should probably take that.
I can beat her.
Fresh as rain. Using the Argent Skull of Rafal now, are we? You're becoming a most capable necromancer to have earned its trust.
Was this once a living creature's skull, Headmistress? Only to be infused with silver and enchanted as an instrument of night?
That is rather a personal question, considering all evidence at hand. Perhaps Rafal herself shall reveal to you the answer in due course.
It is very forward to ask a lady where she got her skulls from. Boy, the strike area on that is way bigger than it looks like it would be. And it already looks pretty large. Ah, damn it. Yeah, this is definitely my least favorite of the split attacks. I'm not doing anything important right now. May as well just grab this. Would you stop living? Hey, that was pretty fun. I should try baiting her into the trees more often. So unfortunately, the damn it. Unfortunately, ow. It's not always dodgeable. She's casting it like it's coming down faster than usual. It seems like. What I was gonna say is the dash only reclaims skulls that are within a certain area. Ow, I ran into that one. That's on me. Jesus. I'm actually gonna just lose this run. It definitely feels like most of my damage has been from the cast. That was lucky. What? Okay, so that's terribly embarrassing. The special does not give you the same invincibility the dash does.
I cannot mend your wounds, and neither shall your enemies.
Yeah, that's horrible. First of all, absolutely horrible. And secondly, just like another result of me trying to treat the dash and the special identically in my head. They are not identical.
Which rock did you crawl out from under, hmm? My forces, they are terribly confused. They have no idea where you live. So I thought I would attempt asking you nicely here.
I live in your nightmares, Titan. I thrive on them. I'll see you dead, and then destroyed. However long it takes.
However long it takes. You speak of inevitability, little one. A subject on which I happen to be the expert. As to whomever sent you after me, I shall find them.
We'll see.
Alright. It is not beneficial to...
Something changed about my chaos boon.
It is not beneficial to focus too much on the bad feeling, the oh no, that was terrible.
That briny smell.
You know, you get what you can from it, and as soon as it's no longer of value, you discard it. So we just gotta, like, make sure we are getting the instruction from the failure if there's something to learn. And I did, but I don't think I learned all of the lessons that it could have taught, because if I had, I wouldn't have lost that Death Defiance. Aw, no chaos loot. I was hoping for some something to mine or dig up. But yeah, we just got to move forward, look forward, and figure out how we can possibly do the thing from here. It is not impossible to get that Death Defiance back. We know there are ways to re-earn a Death Defiance, and I just need to tighten up my play somewhat. Also, using my Omega attacks more is almost certainly a wise thing to do. Like, the Omega normal attack is really useful. It does really good damage in a big area. I gotta just try to keep up with it.
Salutations.
And to you.
And we know we have a good source of magic regen, right? I did take that gain bonus. Actually, maybe I didn't take that gain bonus. Well, then let's still be careful.
By the will of chaos.
Oh, if you have not cleared 3 encounters in 120 seconds, you take 500 damage, but afterward gain a use of Death Defiance. For the next 4 encounters, your dash makes you lose magic. Or, you know, again, get all these bonuses. I actually don't think these are very compelling. 120 seconds. It's pretty fast. Let's do it. Why aren't you taking damage? Alright, if this is like the speedrun timer, then it's only ticking when we're actually in combat. And that seems to be the case. If you see the little thing down here is not declining too much. Alright, and we can just buy back our spent one. That works just fine for me. Attacks and specials deal big bonus while not empowered by boons. They currently are not, so this is live right now, and it costs very little money, and it's going to help us do our critically important task. And we don't have any gold left, so let's go fighting. Alright, speedrun mode. Boss fight while we're on the clock versus bad reward. I do like boss fight while we're on the clock, I think. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
Remember me, Serpent?
Easy. The thing about video games, which you really got to understand.
You're in places, aren't you now, Sunshine? It's like you're at the bottom of the sea. Wherever it is, it's awful dark. And as you know, I've always got the cure for that.
He's suggesting an exchange.
Okay, he would go up to heroic. Your casts inflict daze and deal a burst of damage just before they expire. Afflicted foes have a 20% chance to deal no damage. The thing is, I think Nova Strike's actually very, very good. Blue Perfect Image is not bad either. Yeah, with an attack that theoretically allows me to... With a weapon that theoretically allows me to fight very cleanly from range, I do think Perfect Image is actually very good for us. But so is epic quality Nova Strike. I'm gonna take the Nova Strike. That is a big chunk of damage. And now not only did we get back our Death Defiance, but we got an extra one. Alright, you know what the problem is? I'm not putting the cursor in the right spot a lot of the time. That's one problem I'm having, for sure. But also, I'm just not being aggressive enough, I think.
Foes eliminated.
Because, boy, we sure did okay against that boss by being hyper aggressive, right?
It'll be all right.
Okay, rad. My dash caused me to miss there. That's a little embarrassing. This room sure is laden with traps, huh? I dashed in there because I didn't... It was still... The body was still present, so I was like, okay, well, I'll special in and finish it off. But, yeah, obviously it was already dead. It was just exploding. You know, honestly, at this point, I think we've given enough nectar to the, like, the characters that you see less frequently that I think we can start giving it out to the boon gods and stuff. As long as I make sure to hold on to one for if we get, like, a weird rare encounter.
To mighty Uncle Zeus, vanquisher of titans, your strength has saved our family before. You're most kind to now share some of it with me.
This hardly seems the time to make me offerings. All the more reason I appreciate the gesture, niece. And per the custom of our family, I've prepared something for you in turn.
You are most generous, Lord Uncle.
Tell that witch of the crossroads that I shall be expecting prompt reports from her as to the situation in the Underworld. Now certainly is not the time for selfishness.
Man, the effect on his beard, the like roiling cloud thing, looks really good. They're so good at the aesthetic elements of this stuff over there. Okay, specials inflict blitz. I think it's like fine actually. Strikes emit chain lightning is okay. I don't hate divine vengeance, honestly. Yeah, maybe... Like, obviously our plan is to not get hit. but I'm still gonna get hit. We all know that. Specials inflict blitz, which you then can set off pretty easily with another attack or two. Probably makes sense. The special sets up the bonus damage effect, and then you earn it with another skull or two. Let's see. Is there anything we want here? Whenever you would next take damage, receive health in that amount instead. That's cool. Buy 10 dust or yeah, ashes. Yeah, I'll just buy 10 ashes. Leave myself in a position where I basically have no money always.
What's in this one?
I can't believe that smoke didn't hit me. Okay, well, I'm going after the heart, obviously. It was worth checking, though. Yes, like, I don't know, maybe I would be better off just doing Omega Strikes against these guys. Oh, right, sorry, once I get a source of gain, that is. Oops. Somehow that hit the wall trap I was next to instead of the enemies I was aiming at. Well, it's certainly not time for shopping.
To think the goddess of seasons herself is my grandmother. I am honored to have made your acquaintance.
I see the Witch of the Crossroads taught you not just strength, but grace. I hereby accept your offering, and have something for you as well.
A gift from grandmother.
Bright Apollo gathered us and announced that his twin sister, whilst out hunting for our enemies, stumbled upon a long-lost relative with the Witch of the Crossroads. Why, I was overjoyed and furious at once.
Okay. Yeah, Tranquil Gain seems fine, actually. That's as good a way as any to get our stuff back.
Alright, Skilla.
And I do think we need one.
She's back. See anything you like in our green room down there? Maybe you didn't notice the sign, but that's our private little area where fans are not supposed to go.
Your so-called green room happens to be built atop a drain that spills into the morning fields below. You could always flush your sorry work down there, where it'll fit right in.
Ouch.
Oh, you went looking through our work. So what if a few ideas go unused here and there? If you don't cut, you never get to the good stuff. Sing along, everybody!
Yeah, look at the size of the damage area covered by the Omega Strike. One big downside of being up here is that you really are not in a position to dodge the first attack off of the first attack in the drum pattern that starts off by the drummer. Okay, cool. I mean, it's not the highest damage output we've ever had, certainly, but it is a pretty safe strategy. It's easy to execute, which I think there's a lot to be said for. Oh, I thought it was safe because of the pillar. There's one attack that got around it. It's really annoying. Great. Ow. Damn it. Well, I'm dashing right into a lot of damage here. It's fine. We can control this. Okay, drummer down, and my life is a lot easier. And there's a little bit of luck there. Oh, that's enough. A little bit of luck that Skilla chose to stay so close to the drummer the whole time, because we got a lot of doubled up damage. You are so close to dead. Would you just... Okay, we weren't in like a super huge amount of danger during that phase. I think we have obviously a lot of very good controls over a large swarm of weak enemies. But good to get it done fast no matter what. Still taking a lot of damage. I'm definitely not playing my tightest right now, but I'm feeling better than I was at the end of the last world, that's for sure.
One step at a time.
It's very easy to get on tilt emotionally. You know, you do a bad job and then you just kind of like, you get into the grim place and you keep doing a bad job. But you have a lot of control over this. You can keep yourself out of it.
More corrupted.
So I think we're going to intentionally take the hammer last here because of the possibility of that that one echo boon that lets you redouble whatever the last reward you got was. So hammer, we're coming back. Yeah, I do wish I was doing more damage per hit.
I'm not your prey.
That's I just hard missed that. That was supposed to hit that Gorgon.
Rest again for now.
Okay, 1% extra dodge chance, which is then doubled sometimes. I do like 30 bonus damage on the initial hit of glowing coal. I think is quite significant. And then you know, we do benefit from it.
Show me the way.
Anything else around here? Is it just the hammer? Okay, there's a little something.
There.
Ow. Well, that's a silly way to take damage. I am definitely like looking at my character less with this build, and that does lead to an increased incidence of things like me running into thorns. Your shells fire your Omega attack whenever retrieved, but make you lose 25. I mean, we're getting our magic back pretty quickly. Wherever your shells land, they deal 50% of attack damage to just like things in the area around them. I think these are the two, the arrays are the winners here. Melting Break is kind of whatever. Fire your Omega attack when they are retrieved. So I'm assuming that means like when the retrieval occurs, they go up in the air where they are and they perform the splashdown onto me. I think I'd rather have them dealing damage where I'm pointing them rather than just around me later. And then who are we more likely to get benefit from? Well, we could still pick up the no-hit bonus damage, right?
Out of the way, Phantom.
Okay, we're going to play very cautiously here. We're going to stay far the fuck away from this thing as best we can. Strategy is certainly working. I mean, it's helping a lot that I'm not getting hit, because it does, I don't know how clear it was. I don't think I had said much about it out loud, but like, if you were paying attention to its behavior in the last couple times we were fighting it, every time it was hitting us, it was gaining HP.
Phantoms be gone.
So that's part of the reason it was taking forever to kill. Obviously, being able to just stay the hell away from it helps a huge amount.
The dead are as innumerable as the sprigs of wheat within the morning fields, but do not make for the most satisfying sustenance for the unspeakable monstrosities therein.
The dead have suffered enough. Some myrtle.
I think we're down to just one nectar. Yeah, so at this point, I'll start
Should
saving
be no
it.
shortage of this on the surface. In the name of Hades.
While you have at least 3 fire, which we do currently, you have a chance, whenever you take damage, get 30% of the damage recovered. That's cool. That's going to be some significant amount of extra hits between us and dying. That said, an 8% effectively crit chance is also very significant. And broadly, killing people is better than surviving longer. Yeah.
Excellent.
What if I just play well and I don't get hit at all? Well, then I won't get any benefit from the other thing at all. Max HP and coins are certainly valuable versus what we might get from an echo. I'm actually wondering, because I'm trying to think of like the rewards from the echo are likely to be something on the neighborhood or like on the order of 1 more boon. Right, and sometimes we get some stuff that's pretty wild, but a lot of the time it's 1 more boon. Although if it's 1 more Apollo boon, there's a chance of the no-hit damage bonus. Yeah, all right, let's go this way.
She's still here. Poor thing.
Poor thing, poor thing, poor thing.
I wish I knew what you were doing in a place like this. Though, you can't just tell me, can you? Your heart must have been broken.
Must have been broken. Heart broken. Heart broken.
I mean, my only boon that has any bonuses on it is glowing coal, so it goes up 2 more levels. Yeah, I think we just take another boon of Apollo, right?
For me? You sure?
Sure.
In the name of Hades.
In the name of Hades. Hades.
Okay, so self-healing versus the lowest version of Perfect Image. I think it's Perfect Image. Yeah, again, like, just... offense is a very powerful defense. Oh, I missed something. We don't have a hex. But obviously, the benefits on this side are pretty compelling. Yeah. I think overall I like these three
A path of
each so
petals
much.
shall guide you.
Hopefully it's worth not picking up a hex. Hi. What a weird enemy. Okay, just a well out in the middle of nowhere. Here's the signpost that leads out. Good lord. What a lack of accuracy.
I can't.
Guess we're not allowed to shop until everything's clear. And that's how those work in normal rooms. So that makes sense. Thin out this crowd a little bit.
All right.
I feel like I'm taking an awful lot of sketchy damage. Where is the golden bow? Because the rewards here are definitely in like weird places. So these are the exit trees.
Here they come.
Now, why would I do that? Why would I run forward into that specifically? Sloppy, a little sloppy.
Hear me on my authority.
Well, casts expand in size until they expire is like fine. Sprint is faster and may daze people is fine. Attacks might daze, also fine. Afflicted foes have a 20% chance to deal no damage. So this is a 10% chance to inflict, a 20% chance to not hit me, which is effectively like
The might of Olympus.
it's a very, very small amount of additional dodge. Huh.
Yes.
Seems like the special dash just didn't hit that one, which is weird.
Good. Smackers.
Oh hey, just like a full-on boss from one of the earlier floors. Okay. I didn't realize we were pulling this kind of like Final Fantasy II shit over here. Extra dodge. Yeah, perfect image is probably the winner. 5% more damage if I'm playing well.
Flourish.
Let us hope that it serves as an incentive to playing well. Omega moves deal 50% more damage for 6 encounters. This would certainly be good to have during the boss fight.
Out you go.
Your next Well of Charon item with a duration will instead expire after 2 guardians. Oh, I should have bought this and then that, and that way it would have been active all the way through. Damn it. I am going to take the Breath of Eros as well, and I'm not going to take the Archaic Seal at this point. I should have bought the things in the right order.
We're so accustomed to my sister-in-law Hestia being off on her own, why we even stopped saving a seat in my palace. But she's here to stay this time, aren't you, Hess?
Oh, dearest Zeus, perish the thought that I would ever leave again. You've given me such a warm welcome after all, having removed my blasted seat only to put it back. Though, let's not worry hot stuff here with all of that.
Blitz effects also inflict Scorch. Well, we don't have... I wish I had more Blitz effects. Thunder Rush, of course, is good. Damage from your Omegas immediately activates the Blitz effect for 30% more damage. That's pretty cool. I mean, this is still good.
The might of the heavens.
And maybe we'll pick up some more Blitz effects. All right, it would be super, super cool if I could get through this without losing a Defiance.
Not going to hurt you, Cerberus.
Ah. Alright, well there goes my Breath of Eros. Just got me through a paw strike. Feeling pretty good about that, actually.
You leave that dog alone.
Not ideal, but we can certainly survive this. This particular enemy is very annoying. But yeah, we're good. Why would I run into the... It's like I don't like living. So I was contemplating, waiting until the first set of wolf heads to come up popped and then hiding in the spot they came up from. But I lost confidence, as you can see. Overall, though, I think this is going pretty well. Jeez, the area of that attack. Coward.
Now I release you.
The area of pretty much everything he does.
The fire-spewing hound of hell grows momentarily quite calm, having detected finally the princess of the dead.
Return now to your master in abode. Be at peace.
All right, I feel like that should be very effective. It should be very soothing, given what that guy just saw us do.
No more despair, good shade. Downward.
All right, I'm feeling like we have a shot here. Obviously, some of that's going to come down to how I play in the next few rooms.
One last drop. Ground floor.
And also whether Eris is waiting for us.
The exposed inner workings of the infamously interlocking chambers of the Underworld are a mass of gold-toothed wheels. A never-ending cycle turning at the Titan's sole behest.
Can hardly concentrate with all this racket. They'll know I'm here.
But Eris isn't here.
This place was once mine too. Shall it be yours?
I'll see you soon, Titan.
On one hand, it does make me feel a little bit bad, like, clearly now the game thinks we're at a power level where we should be able to handle it, and that I kind of wanted to do it while I was weaker than that, just to show off.
More.
Tiny little rats, tiny little rats. Feels like a lot of waves this room, right? All right.
Chambers to go.
Well, we made it through, but it was a lot. Do not press cast and special at the same time. Would be my advice on that one. Who is still alive?
Do I risk straying from the shortest route?
To see Dad? Of course we do.
Greetings, Father.
Daughter? What has that blasted Titan done to Cerberus? That he should storm into this place with such abandon only to be ushered out again. Takes a small army of satyrs to drive him back.
Chronos casts him out into the morning fields above. Then rage and despair congeal about him, and his better senses take leave. My own path leads me through where he resides.
So you must face him in that sorry state. Thank you, daughter, for taking pity on the moody beast. He has seen better, but been through worse. You were too young to form a bond before, but perhaps it is not too late.
Well, I should certainly hope not. Restore health for 1% of damage you deal until you have restored a total of 125. I mean, that's pretty good. Dash strikes foes with a punishing sweep that inflicts scorn. I mean, that is definitely interesting. I'm not tending to dash through enemies so much, though, like, now that I've gotten them separated a little bit more in my head, I'm trying to use the special when I need to go through enemies. This is almost an entire life bar worth of healing in total that we'd be able to earn. And I do think that's valuable. 30% more attack and special damage, though. Yeah.
Granted.
You honor me. In shadow I serve.
To shadow you return.
Oh, the area of that is quite large, too. Okay. Boy, that room feels like some poor sportsmanship, huh?
Weak. I sure do wish I had some healing, I will say at this point. Oh, damn it. Stupid hourglass projectiles. Very frustrating. Hopefully Karen will have some food we can buy. Do I take an extra chamber for an extra Apollo boon? I don't think so. The house.
And no food.
Amid the clamor of the princess's assault on her eternal foe's stronghold, the boatman Charon brazenly cuts through the hostile river waters with a variety of smuggled wares at hand.
He's stealthier than I.
Okay. I can buy all three of these, though, and I guess I will. This is not healing, but it is 40 health, effectively.
Protected.
Ooh, bigger scorch damage. This is pretty strong. An extra 5% chance to effectively crit with my attack. We apply a lot of scorch damage for the smolder ring. I think that's the smart one.
May I?
Ah, to think my blessing could be had for a mere bit of coin. Know that the boatman brokered this particular exchange only for you. Our services have never been for sale.
So I do not have enough air for this to be on, and we're never going to get another boon, so obviously that's not even worth thinking about. Lightning bolts from rushing, or, yeah, the blitz thing. I think it's got to be Thunder Rush, and honestly, pretty disappointing, pretty inconsequential pull for our final boon. All right, let's see what we got. 40 health plus 40 armor plus 3 death defiances off of like 170 health.
You yet persist. Hades used some of his failing strength to spur you on. Even whilst bound in chains no god can break, your father yet proves to be a pest.
You've tortured and humiliated him. All this talk of how you plan to bring about a bygone age, yet petty vengeance seems to be your chief concern.
The thing is, my girl, I can have both. You should have seen the cruel, inventive ways your father tortured mortal souls. Thus I dispense a form of justice to him and to you.
How are you still alive? picking the plant just in case I die, because I'm probably going to die.
My legions shall be witness to your fall.
Well, your legions suck, and I hate them. Ow. Well, I held on to my armor that long at least. And we're keeping him lit up with the keeping him lit up with the scorch damage. Sometimes. I'll do best to focus on the ads whenever there are ads, but you know, there's a lot to keep one's eye on in this fight. Maybe not a great moment to go screaming toward him like that, but I did need my spells back. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Okay.
You do not belong here. You do not belong anywhere at all.
If I may say so, I think that was a pretty good phase 1.
3, 2, 1.
First things first, you get Scorch. Don't do anything crazy, she says immediately before pressing the go crazy button.
How about this?
Ow. Really bad time for a special. Oh no.
You make an enemy of all my legions, not just me.
I can't believe I dashed into that. What a bad play. Get out of there. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. It sucks a lot that he's able to do that on the far side of the room. Well, I do believe I've lost. But it was a good run.
Stand still.
I don't want to stand still. Oh!
Again, you have risked everything only to fail ignobly.
That's a little unfair. The clock hands...
What? Where? Father?
Huh.
But Lord Hades,
You have your orders. Now return to Shadow. And take care of her. For all of us.
No harm shall come to young Malinois, my lord. In this, at least, I shall not fail you. Farewell.
Goodbye, daughter.
Okay, I was gonna say the clock hands formed underneath me, and I took a tick of damage before I had the opportunity to do anything about that. So that feels a little unfair. That said, it wouldn't have killed me if I hadn't taken damage in a lot of very avoidable ways before that. So.
Nyx. 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 Answer me. Blast. No.
Hello, Hades.
Go get him. Fight him. Yeah.
Ah, there you are, my son. Grown a full beard and a broad frame, I see. And now you have a family of your own. How full of life they are, despite the dour environs.
Greetings, Father. I was not expecting your arrival. You must forgive us that the house was unprepared for guests. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company?
Oh, you know, for one thing, I was in the area. You might recall the time you, Zeus, and the rest of you little brats cut me to ribbons. Sprinkled all my bits all throughout Tartarus.
Father, that was a war you started and you know it. We took no joy in what we had to do. But how can this be? I thought that you were gone.
Do not sound so disappointed. It is I who should be disappointed here, not you. You thought I was gone. I was. But it turns out spite is a powerful motivator. Blood sacrifices also helped.
What do you intend to do? And what have you done to the others? To my family?
Your cries fall on deaf ears. Fear not, my son. I have not eaten them or anything. I have merely set them aside. They stand imprisoned in a moment that shall never pass. My qualm is not with them.
Olympus shall have your head. You can take mine for all I care, blast you. But don't you dare harm anybody in my house.
You have grown so accustomed to issuing commands that you forget yourself. Though I do have such a command for you, tell me exactly where the Fates reside.
The Fates? How should I know? Not even Nyx herself knows where her daughters are. Why are you asking me?
Does seem like a strange thing to do.
Father. Chronos has my family, and the Fates themselves. Oh, Phrenos.
Alright, at a moment like this, it's hard not to be down on myself, because I really feel like we went into phase 2 there with a winning hand, and then I managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory by just not being relaxed enough, basically. Not being calm enough to stand still when I needed to stand still. And, like, when something like that happens, when you perform like that, you have to just accept it. Like I said, let it sit in your head for exactly as long as it takes for you to learn whatever you can from it, and then let it go. But that's a very easy thing to say and considerably more difficult to do. It's a bummer. It is a bummer. We don't gain anything from pretending that it's not.
You who ventured into my abode shall suffer an eternity of torment for what you have done. Unless, of course, you are prepared to grant my dying wish.
Forgive my insolent spirit and name your price. I am prepared to do your bidding. Within reason, anyway.
Then swear to me that you shall do my bidding now. Specifically...
I haven't worked out the dying wish part yet. Ask you to fetch my lover's bones? Something like that?
Just keep me posted. My task began immediately following reports that Chronos found a way to gain the upper hand against Olympus. We just didn't know which sort of way. But now I think I do. Your sisters, the three fates. He got them, didn't he? Is that why you're here?
You ask while making clear to me that you already know. I ought to have been there when it happened. Perhaps the fates knew I lacked the strength to protect them, so they protected me.
How did he find them? What does he want from them?
I don't know how he found them. Few beings with knowledge of their whereabouts exist. As to what he wants from them, and this is a conjecture of my own, surely he'll try to influence their weavings from here on.
Oh.
Yeah, would not be great, actually.
Look at you.
Cool.
Disgusting.
Great. Thanks.
Miss me trouble? Thought I'd flit on over for a bit again and see how everybody's doing, since I'm welcome here and safe still, aren't I? Though it has been a little while.
It's not been long enough. Much as I wished you'd grown past your childishness, Eris, I can't imagine you've returned for any reason other than to keep it up.
What? You can't imagine I just want to visit my big sister, if not you? I get it. You're still mad I slowed you down before, but I will not do that again, I swear. So, truce?
We'll see.
Truce.
Have unilaterally declared a truce.
Look, I do want you to feel welcome here and safe. It's not just something that we say. May this gift of nectar show my words are true.
Wow, made with real golden apples. Thanks, babe. You're the only one who's made a real effort to bring me into the fold. Say, why don't you take this? It isn't much, but I've been holding on to it in case I found a friend.
Oh, this really isn't necessary, but, thanks. Hail, Strife.
What's up, babe?
There's like this shell casing scattered all around the clearing.
Don't bother.
Such a mess. Every possibility.
Alright, so we have access to the kindred keepsakes now. I think we definitely want to buy that. I can't imagine any reason that we wouldn't. Yeah.
If time cannot be stopped, then we shall see. If spill my blood I must, so mote it be. It is done.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of a power level boost in being able to change out our keepsake mid-round.
Welcome, Lord Charon. Your mother Nyx, my lord. I saw her lately in a nightmare or a dream. She was very beautiful, and she was unharmed, I think. We're going to find her. I swear it. Something for me.
Okay, awfully useful.
Should be here soon enough.
As are ashes.
Still at it?
The unhappy goddess of comeuppance casts a judging gaze on all within the crossroads, which she safeguards out of duty and of spite.
Don't want to get on Nem's bad side.
Whatever.
Had one of my dreams, Nem. Your mother was there. And my father. He showed concern for her. She was under the Titan's spell.
Mother Nyx made a mistake in trusting Hades with so much of the Underworld. This realm was never his by right, not till the Fates decided otherwise. Mother worked hard.
You're saying the Fates granted my father authority over the realm of the dead just to give Nyx a hand with all her responsibilities?
That's right.
Huh.
Greetings. So Doom has come to stay with us a bit. My last and only other brush with him did not resolve particularly well, so I'll just keep my distance if that's quite all right.
All children of Nyx are welcome in these crossroads. Though I think Lord Moros wishes to keep his distance too.
No objections here.
All right, we have an accord.
Up you go.
So those were my mystery seeds, right? That's a little disappointing that we just got stuff that we've already seen from them.
Kind of moss I need only grows on the surface.
I guess. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and plant mystery seeds again. In theory, it would be nice to have a little bit of each thing we can grow on hand, and so I was definitely considering. Putting the wheat down. But mystery seeds, you know, mystery seeds could be anything. They could even be wheat. How close are we to leveling this up? How much more does it take? It actually doesn't say on this view for whatever reason. Okay.
The Arcana. I finally understand.
All right, a little bit more grasp. I don't think there's anything that Psyche is ever for aside from this, so...
Concentrate.
May as well. We won't be able to get wool until we can get to the first boss of the surface. That much I know. So I guess we're going to be holding off on this. I could drop... Yeah, that being the case... We could drop the Enchantress and now pick up Strength instead. Really give that last life some punch. But this is my only 3. So if we lose this, we'll also lose the Centaur, which I do rather like. I gotta remember to spend for the Huntress. Like, the one downside of getting some gain going is that it makes it really hard to maintain the Huntress if you're not spending constantly. I feel like the Huntress is only reliably active on the torches. And we would probably have been better off with the Furies in that last run. Honestly, maybe that's generally true. Maybe I should turn off the Huntress and turn on the Furies. There's a lot to be said for strategies that require lower maintenance. Also, this does more damage from everything. It's 20% more damage from everything, while this is only your attack and special. Yeah. Let's maybe do that. And then there's absolutely no reason not to turn on a 1 somewhere. I mean, we do have just like a bunch of ash. I could just unlock some cards so that we could see more stuff. I know we're going to want to unlock Strength fairly soon. Yeah, let me get this. Activate all 5 cards in any other row or column. Okay, well, if we can find a golden apple, obviously we do have a column live right now. Boons you find have a greater chance to be epic. It's pretty cool. You deal 25% bonus damage to foes with at least 2 curses from different Olympians. That's definitely a useful effect. It'll get us another little bit of vision out into the world here. I guess I'm going to take this one, though. If we're just going to reveal 1 card out there either way, I do think Excellence is very good. Boons have a greater chance to be duos. Awakening, activate no more than 2 cards that use the same amount of stuff. So if we had more ash, we could have this live right now, right? Because no more than 2 cards using the same amount of stuff. I have 2 1s, I have 2 2s, I have 2 4s, but like this would be active. Unfortunately, 26 ash is a lot to buy. Let's go see if that's available to us.
Broker?
It is not. We can get a bunch, but we certainly cannot get 26. So I guess that being the case, we'll just hold off. We'll have to unlock that next time after the next run. All right. Anything else of interest going on down here?
You shades new around these parts, so you answer to me. Something transpired with the silver puddle back there, I could tell, young one. Your doing, perchance, that of the fates themselves.
I've revealed in the pool the aspects of the nocturnal arms. Not their true forms exactly, but different ones, with their own great power.
Ah, the nocturnal arms. Your brother, he once used their counterparts, and those ones too turned into other stuff. Well, if you need to test your newfound strength, I'm here.
I know it, Commander.
I appreciate the poetry of the way Skelly puts things. So, now that we can trade out keepsakes, obviously starting runs with gold purse is going to be a lot more common. When you first fall to 0 health in an encounter, become doomed. You are impervious but have 10 seconds to vanquish your remaining foes or else. Clear it in time for 30 health. After each encounter all this night, you deal 0.5% more damage and take that much more. That's scary, a little scary. Most of the boon gods are going to give us a thing that is like this. If you're wearing it, it's pretty likely your next boon will be from the appropriate god, and also you can boost the rarity. And Chaos has given us gain a random chaos, a common chaos blessing every 8 encounters. Replace it, because of course it has to be chaotic. It couldn't be a thing that was stable.
The depths of the silver pool.
So, the Witch's Staff is what's live tonight, is what has the thirst. Do we want to upgrade our Witch's Staff, or maybe unlock a new aspect? Whenever you use your Omegas, each fires in place up to 3 times until you use it again. I mean, that could be a lot of damage. That could be pretty neat. And this just increases the power of your specials and your max magic. I guess so I was wrong before. There are some other things that cost Psyche. But let's unlock a new aspect for next time. Let's try something new.
The aspect of Momus.
I bet it's pretty good.
I have no idea who Momus is. Rank 2, unfortunately, would cost us a nightmare, which we are not in possession of. Okay, yeah. It is an awfully long time between blasts, but on, big bosses or with just like attacks that cover a large enough area. It really is a long delay. Holy hell. All right, it's fine. We will figure out how to use it. And with that, I think we are prepared to head down on our next run. We're still not ready to go up because no Thalamus acquired just yet.
The princess of the Underworld now holds the key to the once warded gateway leading all the way up to the surface of this world. But how is she to fare in that forbidden realm?
We'll find out.
Not very fucking well, it turns out. But obviously, we're not starting another run now, of all times. This has been plenty long enough as it is. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we'll be giving this, our first unlocked aspect, a shot, and hopefully the enemies will be polite enough to mostly just kind of stand in it. And we'll see you then.